Hello, everyone. I'm Marvin, your undiagnosed but peer reviewed ADHD friend. Welcome to my channel, where we dive into all sorts of interesting thoughts and musings that pop into my head. And I'm hoping some people's and maybe yours too. Today, I want to talk about something that affects almost all of us: social media. More specifically, we're exploring why social media is so addicting and how it actually stems from a good place, a place rooted in our very survival instincts as humans. I know. Social media often gets a bad rap these days. At one point, before I even studied journalism, I deleted all of my social media. I know, but stories for another day. We're constantly told to put down our phones, disconnect, and be more present. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we're drawn to these platforms in the first place? Is it just clever algorithms and endless scrolling? Or is there something deeper at play? Well, let's take a journey back in time to the early days of humanity and uncover the surprising reasons behind our social media habits. Imagine it's thousands of years ago. Our ancestors are gathered around the fire, sharing stories about the day's hunt, warning each other about lurking dangers, and passing down essential survival knowledge. Back then, sharing information wasn't just casual, it was crucial for survival. Knowing where to find food and water, understanding which plants were medicinal and which were poisonous, being aware of predator movements, and maybe where the cute animals are. All of these information meant the difference between life and death. Note that even cuteness can be deadly. The more knowledgeable you shared and received, the better your chances of survival. Fast forward to today, and while the threats have changed, we're not usually worried about the saber-toothed tigers anymore. The fundamental human need to share information remains. It's hardwired into us. Then enter Friendster. I meant Face Mash.
And
Cut.
cut.
Enter social media. At its core, social media taps into this ancient instinct. It's a modern day campfire where we gather, not physically, but digitally, to share stories, news, and experiences. When you think about it, posting a status update or sharing a photo isn't all that different from our ancestors sharing tales around the fire. But why is it so addicting? Sorry, let me just take a look at this. One word, and everyone probably knows about this one: dopamine. Every time we receive a notification, a like, a comment, a share, our brains reward us with a little hit of dopamine, that feel good neurotransmitter. This is the same chemical that made our ancestors feel good when they successfully shared vital information. It's positive reinforcements that encourages us to keep sharing and engaging. Social media platforms are designed to capitalize on this response. They provide us with endless opportunities to share and receive feedback, creating a loop that's hard to break out of. But remember, this loop started from a place meant to ensure our survival and strengthen community bonds. Another aspect to consider is our inherent need for social connection. Humans are social creatures. Yes, even us introverts. Cut. Sorry, I couldn't say it with a straight face. Back in the day, being part of a group increased your chances of survival. Isolation was dangerous. Today, social media gives us the illusion of being constantly connected. We can interact with friends and family across the globe in an instant. This connectivity satisfies our deep-rooted need to belong and be part of the community. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't social media full of superficial content?
Huh?
How does that relate to survival? Great question. Even seemingly trivial posts serve a purpose. Sharing a funny meme or a snapshot of your lunch might not be the life-saving information that anyone would need at that time, but it does strengthen social bonds.
そうか。
It says, hey, I'm here, I'm part of the group. And the feeling of inclusion is incredibly powerful. Let's talk about the good intentions behind social media. When these platforms were first created, many of them aimed to bring people together, share ideas, and to foster a sense of global community. They were built on the optimistic belief that increased connectivity would lead to positive outcomes. Think about how social media has been used for good. Movements like Black Lives Matter or climate change activism have gained momentum through social platforms. You can also learn almost anything and most everything on social media these days. This very video was created after learning from videos upon videos upon videos shared by many content creators. Another one is disaster response. During natural disasters, people use social media to coordinate rescue efforts and provide real-time updates. Support networks. For individuals with rare diseases or marginalized communities, they can find support and understanding online. These are modern examples of sharing information to improve our collective well-being, echoing the survival tactics of our ancestors. But of course, it's important to acknowledge that social media isn't without its flaws. Issues like misinformation, cyberbullying, and addiction are real concerns. However, understanding that our magnetism to these platforms comes from natural, even noble place, can help us navigate them more mindfully. So how can we use social media effectively? And how can we guide the younger generation to do the same? These are some tips for using social media wisely. Number 1. Be intentional with your time. Set specific times of the day to check your social media. This prevents mindless scrolling and helps you stay in control of your usage and your time of day. Encourage young people to view social media as a tool and not just a distraction. Most phones now have capabilities to limit your apps to certain hours. Or think about it. Maybe you can do minutes. In your iPhone settings, it's called screen time, and for Android users, it's called digital well-being. Explore and use these features to be more mindful of your time with apps and especially social media. Number 2. Curate your feed. Follow accounts that inspire, educate, and uplift you. Unfollow or mute accounts that bring negativity or unnecessary stress. Teach the younger generation that they have control over the content they consume. Number 3. Engage authentically. Use social media to foster genuine connections. Comment thoughtfully, share your own experiences, and support others. Show kids that it's about quality interactions and not just accumulating likes or views. Number 4. Verify before sharing. With the abundance of information, it's crucial to check the credibility of sources before sharing. Encourage young people to be critical thinkers and responsible sharers to combat misinformation. With the new emergence of AI tools and searches out there, it's easier more than ever to fact-check. Number 5. Set boundaries. Establish no phone zones or times, like during meals or before bedtime. I know, it's not for everybody, but doing this helps maintain a healthy balance between online and offline life. Number 6. Educate about digital footprints. Discuss the long-term impact of what they post online. Help them understand that their online actions, pretty much like their physical actions, can have real-world consequences. Number 7. Use social media for good. Participate in positive campaigns, support causes, or start initiatives. Show how social media can be a force for positive change and community building. At the end of the day, social media is a powerful tool that mirrors our deepest human instincts to share, connect, and belong. By using it mindfully, we can enhance our lives and the lives of those around us. For parents and mentors, it's essential to guide the younger generation. Have open conversations about the benefits and pitfalls of social media. Lead by example in how you use these platforms. And remember, it's not about neglecting social media, but harnessing it in a way that enriches our lives, honors our natural tendencies, and fosters genuine connections. So, next time you pick up your phone, every now and then, think about the ancient roots of your actions. Embrace the good intentions behind your desire to connect, but also be mindful of how you engage.
そうか。
Thank you for joining me in this exploration. Do you think social media's roots in survival instincts change how you view your online habits? If you found this video insightful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you navigate social media in your life? What tips do you have for using it effectively? Feel free to drop a comment below and let's start a meaningful conversation. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share it with someone who could benefit from a fresh perspective on their social media habits. Until next time, stay curious and keep connecting the dots in life, both online and offline. And speaking on tips on how to use social media responsibly, follow me, please, please, please. Also, shout out to Ron for lending me the space and this cool stuff. We're gonna try and improve the quality of the videos from now, but let's see. Thank you very much and have a good day. Please.